Maybe a Witch by Lily Bell. Once upon a time, there was a little girl named Maybe Courageous in 1692. Maybe Courageous? Ha! Shouted 11-year-old Callie, holding her cauldron-shaped basket almost overflowing with candy.
Well, that was certainly something I wrote. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I make gotcha videos and sometimes I do this. Today, I'm going to be redesigning and rewriting characters from a while ago, a few years ago actually. And yeah, I'm really excited to get into it, so let's get into it. I just want to start off this by saying the only reference I used was the one you see on screen right now. So, So, starting off with Micah or Mika or whatever her name was. I don't know. I was obsessed with that name for a while. I'm going to rename her Sophie. So, for the rest of this video, I'm calling her Sophie. I was really struggling with her pose for a minute, and then I was like, you know what? Let's just recreate the pose in the picture. So, that's what I did for all of these. I obviously kept her cute little ponytail. I also figured out this super cool method where you draw it super tiny and then you make it bigger and then like trace over it. And then I also, thank you Emma Artley for this, where you would make a little doll version of them and put them in like underwear and stuff so you can draw over it with clothes. And it actually was super helpful because I did give them up to 2 outfits. Their Halloween costume, because this story does take place during Halloween, and their everyday wear for the rest of the story. So this is Sophie. She is, I think in the original story, 10 years old, and I'm aging her up to 12 because I want her to be a teenager now because, I, am obsessed with shading right now, so they all had to be shaded, obviously. I put her in the cutest little princess dress I could ever, think of, ever, which is super plain, but it's still really cute, and I obviously had to keep the puffy sleeves because the puffy sleeves are so freaking cute, and those Converse are real Converse. The pink Converse, yeah, I want those. I gave her a cute little pearl necklace because I feel like her neck was a little lackluster in the original drawing. I kept her cute tiny little crown, and, yeah, and then I just shaded the dress, and now I'm working on her everyday wear, which I thought, again, she seems like a girly girl, so obviously I had to give her a cute little skirt, and her favorite color is pink, because I said so, because she's a princess, she's a little princess, and yeah, that's about it. I kept it super plain because I would want to make this into a comic, and if I have to redraw them over and over again, no patterns for me. I am not doing patterns, and I am not doing, a logo or something, because I am not gonna go that far for a comic. But here she is. I think she turned out really cute. Here's Sophie. Now is the oldest and the meanest, Callie. She's in a cute little witch costume, and I was like, I have to keep that because I love witches. Oh my gosh, I love witches. And witches happen to be a very large part of the story. Based on the title, you could probably do that. Probably, yeah, Anyway, I had to redesign her hair because, oh my god, where are your bangs? First of all, girl, you need to get some bangs. Second of all, her hair looks like those viners back in the day when they would put just a towel on their head to symbolize that they're like a mom or like a woman or something. That's what her hair looks like. So obviously I had to give her a glow up and give her like actual hair. I also tried to recreate her pose because her pose wasn't much of a pose and she's just kind of standing there with her arm out because she's got a little basket. I didn't give them baskets because I didn't feel like doing that. But here's the pose. I was really confused on what to do with her pose at first, but then I was like, whatever, I'll just make it look a little more expressive than the one that I was referencing. Hands are the bane of my existence. I hate them, so obviously I had to hide her other arm. Classic artist, I know. I, again, did the little doll method, and I think I made her darker because, oh wait, no, actually, she's always been darker skinned. Okay, we're good, never mind, guys. Anyway, I'm aging her up because, 11 is not gonna make the cut. So I wanted her to be like angsty, older, mean teenager kind of vibes. So she's now 15. Anyway, here's me working on her little witch costume. I'm so proud of this costume, mostly because I could probably recreate this outfit in real life because I do have most of the right stuff to do it. Anyway, I gave her just like her classic black dress and boots, but I gave her a corset and gloves and then the little witch hat. I love the way the hat turned out. It looks so cute on her. And here's me working on her casual clothes. I wanted her to just kind of be like basic, like plain, while still kind of giving that like, not emo, but emo in a way, like the vibes. I wanted the vibes to be a little witchy. I give her super cute little red Converse. Can you tell my favorite shoe brand? Anyway, yeah, here's Callie. I love the way she turned out. I think she looks so cute. And of course, the last of the trio, this is Mia. She has gone through an evolution. I know this is only generation 3 of these characters, as far as I know, and the evolution of this character is kind of insane because she went from like a little girl that's like, a little kooky, but she's adorable. She's the cutest little girl you've ever seen. And then it went to this edgy, like, little girl who's like Harley Quinn and I'm so cool and edgy. But I decided to go more on the cuteness side because I think her being cute would differentiate herself from the other two girls more because I didn't want Callie and Mia to be too similar, as in their personalities were not any different in the original story that I wrote, the like 5 frames that I made. So I obviously had to keep her cute little pigtails. I gave her green eyes because, I don't know, she looks like a girl that would have green eyes. She looks so cute. I didn't want to give her blue eyes because I wanted, again, to differentiate her from someone else. Fun fact about these characters, they used to be siblings, but I think it would be more fun if they, like, became friends under a weird circumstance, like, Callie's their babysitter or something, and I think that would be a fun concept to explore. But yeah, I started off with her cute little fairy princess costume. I forgot the crown, so she's just a fairy now, but whatever, she looks so flippin' cute. I made her cute little wand. I made sure to make it pink because, again, little girls and the color pink, they go hand in hand so beautifully, and every time I design a little girl character, her favorite color has to be pink or purple. So, of course, again, I kept it plain in case I ever wanted to make this into a comic, because I might redraw some panels, maybe in another part if you guys like this video enough. And, of course, I gave her cute little shoes, because in the original drawing, she didn't have any shoes. And then I started working on her cute little everyday outfit. I might change the colors of Sophie's. I know I said her color is pink, but hers is too similar, like the colors are a little too similar to Mia, so I might change it. I don't know, but it's too late to go back now. Here's Mia. I think she looks so flippin' cute. She's just a little girl. She's just a baby. By the way, I decided to age her up from 5 to 7. And last but of course certainly not least, may be courageous. Now, that name is so bad that it makes me upset. So, she will go through a name change. I do want to keep her name May, but I still want her name to be like a pun, because I want to make the title a pun. I might make the title a pun, but I might change her name to just May and then give her a different last name, because Maybe Courageous is so dumb. I'm sorry. If your name is Maybe Courageous, and possibly, I'm sorry. So of course I gave her Pose a little more personality. I wanted to keep her cute, like, shy personality. She seems like she would be a shy girl. I don't know, I didn't develop her enough. I made her a redhead. I think in this era, because the era she's from is from, like, the witch trials in Salem. So I think from this era, if you were, like, a redhead, I think you would be automatically assumed that you were Irish or something. I don't know, but I made her a redhead because she's been a redhead and I wanted to keep her the same essence. She is just the cutest little bean I've ever made, and I had to go through, like, a redesign for her outfit because her original outfit did not scream colonial. It screamed, I'm cosplaying Cinderella. So I had to go for more of a modest outfit because, of course, showing your ankles was provocative back then. I think that's a joke. I don't actually think it mattered that much, but, you know, you had to be modest in that era. So I gave her cute little tights, and I kept her apron, of course. I gave her a little necktie because all of the references I had pulled up all had these, like, neck things going on. I gave her the cutest little, like, bandana. It's so cute. Oh my god. And then for her casual wear, because my plan was to make her, because the story is a time travel story, I'll get into that later, and she, like, would just stay modest, but I want her to be like a writer. I want to give that vibe of, like, an author, an artist in, like, the middle of Boston or something like that. I don't know, but I do think she is the cutest little bean ever. Yeah. I gave her a headband because, of course, I wanted to give her, like, a headpiece. But here is May. By the way, it's assumed she's, like, in her teens, so I want to say she's, like, 15. So if you're still here, you're probably like, Lily, what's the story of this old comic you had? Well, I'm here to tell you there wasn't one. There was barely a story, if any, if there was a story. I'm telling you, the story was that these three girls somehow get transported back in time to the Salem witch trials and meet a girl named May Be Courageous, and they become friends, and that's all I had. But I've decided to keep the story and figure out a new way. I'm thinking something Halloween related. I'm not quite sure what yet. I want it to be Hocus Pocus inspired because it's my favorite Halloween movie of all time. And so I'm just thinking, like, you know, history is such an interesting thing and I want to keep the history aspect. But I think that they should time travel in, like, a really cool way, but I can't think of one yet. I'll, like, pin a comment or something if I think of something with, like, a lore dump or something if I can think of something in time. But yeah, I don't have much of a story. I do have, like, this idea in my head currently of, like, Callie and May, like, becoming friends. I would think they would be cute together. I might make ship art or something. I do just, like, really love May's design, especially her casual wear. And I have nothing else to comment on because these characters are so underdeveloped. It's quite depressing. But yeah, that's literally it. There's not much of a story. If you're still here, thanks for watching. Join me on ARTFIGHT this year. Same username as it is on here. See you guys there. Also, it's probably linked in the description. All my socials are linked in the description. So, yeah. I still don't have an outro.